You don't realize how good it feels to just breathe until it's too hard to do so. You don't think about the days when everything feels normal, when you wake up, stretch, and go about your routine until suddenly you can't. It's strange how we live every day surrounded by small miracles we don't even notice until they're gone. Also, I should probably say this before we get into it. I'm actually sick right now, so if I sound a little funky, that's probably why. But honestly, being sick kind of sparked this whole video idea because it made me realize how much I've been taking for granted. It started with something simple, just a sore throat, a stuffy nose, that kind of heavy feeling in your head that makes existing feel exhausting. And in that moment, all I could think was, man, I miss feeling normal. You start remembering what it felt like to wake up and not immediately feel like your body's holding you back. You remember being able to go out, talk, laugh, breathe, without thinking about it. It's almost like pathetic how quickly your brain rewires when something's gone. The things you once ignored suddenly become all you want back. And it's not just being sick. Think about your life for a second. Remember that one friend you drifted apart from? You didn't think much of it at the time. Life got busy, messages slowed down. But now, sometimes you catch yourself scrolling through old photos, wondering why you didn't appreciate those moments more. Or that one period of life you thought was boring. Maybe high school, maybe your first job, maybe that one summer where nothing exciting happened. But now, it feels different in your memory, doesn't it? It feels warm, familiar, safe. Because the second something becomes a memory, we suddenly see its value. And that's the cruel thing about being human. We don't appreciate things while we have them. We only appreciate them when they're gone. It's not because we're ungrateful. It's because we adapt. Psychologically, our brains are wired for normalization. The moment something becomes routine, it fades into the background. When you first get a new phone, you're obsessed with it. A few weeks later, it's just another object in your pocket. When you move somewhere new, you're fascinated by every street, every sound. And a few months later, it's just home. We get used to things, and in that process, we forget how special they are. And it's not even just the big things. It's the small, quiet details. The ones that seem meaningless until they're missing. Take for instance the sound of your voice, not being raspy when you're sick, or waking up with energy, or laughing with someone you love without realizing that someday that exact moment will only live in your memory. When we're younger, we think life is endless, that these moments are infinite. But as you grow up, things start slipping away. People change, you change. And suddenly the things that once felt normal start feeling rare. And that realization, it hurts. So how do you fix that? How do you not take things for granted when your brain is built to? Well, truthfully, you can't fully stop it. But you can slow it down. You can start by catching yourself in those tiny moments of awareness. Like when you're laughing with your friends and suddenly realize this won't last forever. That moment of awareness, that's gratitude. When you wake up and feel healthy again, remember what it felt like to not. That memory of discomfort gives the present more color. It's weird, but sometimes the worst days teach you how to appreciate the good ones. Because when you've been without something, health, love, peace, you learn to see its value in a way you never did before. Being sick sucks, but it's also a reminder that the boring days are actually beautiful. That normal is something worth celebrating. We always think that happiness is about having more, but maybe it's really about noticing more. Noticing how much you already have, even if it's simple, even if it's ordinary. Because the truth is, someday, this version of your life, the one you think is dull, repetitive, maybe even frustrating, will become the version you look back on and miss. So take a second today to just look around. You're living in a time you'll one day wish you could go back to. Don't wait until it's gone to see it clearly. Because one day, you'll realize the best days of your life were the ones that felt the most ordinary. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you subscribe and go check out some of my previous videos. And I hope to see you guys all in the next video.